Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Fued Gamer Mom, and today we will look into the further development of my fantastic city, Springville. I hope maybe you have looked at my first video. If not, I'm a slow builder. I enjoy building. I'm not good at building roads. I do take my time with the development of the city, but I have loads of fun and enjoy playing the game. As you can see, I'm here starting the development of the dreaded industrial areas because the demand for the industrial areas and also the workplaces for the growing population of our city, almost reaching 400 people, is rising, and I just have to do it. I see that I have played some of recording. I have built a fantastic overpass over the highway. It's beautiful. It's really, really, really magnificent. No, it's not, but it is my way of. It is what it is. Yeah. Also, as I told you previously, I don't like the industrial areas because they're filthy, they're polluting, they're noisy, they're not aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So I have a lot of issues with the placement of the industrial areas. And I know that as the game progresses, the industrial areas will become less polluting. But in the beginning, I just think it's such a shame to place it on top of the other thing. So I try to put it as far away as I can. I also struggle a lot with figuring out where is the areas where you can build the farms, and the stone you can place almost everywhere, or you can place it everywhere. But where is the oil? Where is the other resources that I want to get into as the game develops? So the city can rely on itself and not on the import of those resources, because they can make you quite a lot of money if you can manage to produce enough of them to export to other cities. And if you have to import them, it will take quite a lot of money, as I have learned from my previous short experience of playing this, and also watching a lot of YouTube movies, YouTubers playing the game, and just seeing how they experience the game and learning from them. So I haven't figured out a way to see where is the farmable areas in the game quite yet. But maybe someday I will figure out. I probably could figure it out, but I'm too lazy to bother, as I'm too lazy to bother about quite a lot of other stuff also. So yeah, as you can see, we finally reached level 2, or we reached level 2, and that gives us some new features. It also gives us some new land to buy and a few development points. Now we can place down the apartment building I was talking about, but we can also start using some of the development point. I typically do not use them early in the game or when I first receive one, because I like to get more when I develop. Yeah, so in this one, I choose to take the roundabouts, and I love the parking lots, so I use them. And yeah, that's what I would do. It also gives us the elementary school and the high school, which is nice because then we can start educating our population, and we can also make them better workers and have a better life. If you're educated, you will have a better life. That's how it is. And yeah, it will be quite interesting to see how fast we can get this education thing going. You can see that my income or my finances are in going up, so I'm not losing money at this point. That's good. That's probably, I don't know why. I have to check into that. We can also set the taxation of the different zones, or the industrial, commercial, and the residential zones. And we can also take up a loan, but I don't like taking loans because of the debt. I don't like debt. Or it's wrong to say I don't like debt because I work with debt, but I don't like being in debt because I don't feel like that's sustainable for me in this game. In real life, I have debt, but I don't like it. I would like to be free of debt, but I also sympathize a lot with people being in the kind of debt I work with, where you have gone to a place where you can no longer manage to pay off your debt and you are met with debt collection. Yeah. We'll not talk too much about that, but let's look more at what the game is giving right now. Actually, it's not correct that I'm in the greens. I'm actually losing money right now. So shame on me for saying that. But what we can do is we can adjust the taxes. I'm not a fan of adjusting the taxes up high. I have read and seen people saying that you should set the taxes up high. But I really feel like it's not fair to the people. Again, my love for my people, to tax them really high, especially in the beginning when they are trying to settle in and establish a good life in my beautiful Springville. I feel it's wrong, but some adjustment has to be done. Luckily, we receive some money in this game when we level up, so I'm not very far into going bankrupt, but some. Also, I'm placing down some of the lovely apartment buildings for more simmers or people to move in. I'm also a sim player. Sim 4, I loved it. Sim 3, loved it. Sim 2, loved it. Sim 1, didn't know anything else, so I loved it also. But what and I'm probably sounding a bit negative to the game. I'm not. I love the game. But I'm often speaking about what I don't like in the beginning because I find it hard to start the game because the highways are highways, but you haven't got the option to play with the highways like my interception or my attempt to make an interception or a place where the car can go off the highway. In my head, that should be a highway and then it should meet another way after that. So the intercept or the off ramp and on ramp to the highway should be a highway. But this early in the game, I can't make highways. So I'm struggling a bit here with finding the type of roads. And I'm also playing some with the roundabouts, and my roads are not straight. I don't make straight roads. Sometimes I'm lucky and I make straight roads, but not all the time. So it irritates me, but I also know why. Because I'm not paying enough attention to the curves on the map. I should do that and I should smoothen it out and I should take some time to develop a beautiful straight road so you could go straight ahead and not run into any bumps. But I'm not doing that. I forget and I try and I end up failing and then I don't want to do it anymore and so on, so on, so on. And also, I'm putting down a few of the big, nice roundabouts. Not sure if they will be used. Probably, maybe not. This is again due to my lack of planning. But hey, it's fun. I love it. And it will take us somewhere at least. I don't know where this will end, but hopefully it will look beautiful in the end. Now we're looking into the issue of me not planning ahead and coming to a stop when I feel like the city is it's not growing as fast as I should wish, but also I don't want it to grow faster, so it's kind of annoying. I'm reaching a point where I just want to put down the squares and the squares and the squares of roads and fill in the greens and the blues and the yellows to make it expand fast enough so I can reach the fancy stuff in the game. But I won't do that. I did that when I was playing. I was playing SimCity and City Skylines, the previous one, or maybe it's not called City Skylines. But then I would do the squares and squares and squares, as I mentioned in the earlier video, and that would just it didn't make me happy. I want to be happy when I'm playing, and it made me tired of playing because it was just squares. And I ended up having to delete a lot of squares when I wanted the high rise building and I wanted the bigger roads. And I also in this game probably have to delete a lot of squares and a lot of layout to make room for the bigger roads, but it's more fun when I find it funnier, or not funnier, but I find it more enjoyable when I do it this way instead of the squares and squares and squares and squares. So yeah, but it goes slow in the beginning and might be not that fun to watch, but it's fun to play this way. So maybe you should try if you're not trying that. I don't regularly do as much decorating in the game, especially not this early. And later on in the game, I will probably forget to do the decorating as there's a lot of stuff happening. But I try to do some. But I'm not the biggest on putting down the roads for the walking people, or the pedestrians to walk on, and also not the biggest on putting down the plants and trees because I know that I have to change the layout. So I would have to delete all the trees and bushes if I were to place down many of them. But you probably won't see me put down many at all. But I love the way the game looks and how you can dive into the everyday life of the people inside. And I love to click on them and see how they're doing. And sometimes I follow them. I'm not good at following up on them, but it's like one person I'm looking at now, the first person, he's leaving. That's good. Bye. Nice to have you. Hope you enjoy some other town. Well, that's sad. The first person I'm clicking on to see how he's doing, he's actually moving out of the city. Well, I should maybe look into that, but I don't think at this point I'll look into as much why people are leaving. Maybe they just didn't enjoy my city, which I find kind of strange, but also not that strange. So yeah, but I just love how it you can click on almost everything and see how they're doing, what they're doing, who they're related to, where they're working, and just spending some time watching them. I wish I could spend more time watching them and not just building, but maybe later in the game I will actually try to spend some time looking at them. And I also want to try playing with the day and night where the lights come on at night when it's dark. I think in the summer Or in my summer where I live, I will probably spend more time with the dark and the light, or the daytime and nighttime. I will spend more time doing that in the summertime or the spring and summertime and early autumn, because in Norway we have where I live we don't have, it's pitch black all day, but we have like the sun will rise at 10 and then go down again at 2, and if you're at work from 8 to 4 you will not see the sun. So I prefer in the wintertime not to play with the day and night cycles in the game, but probably in the summer when we have light almost all day around, the sun will set at 11 or 12 in the evening, and then it will rise again at 3 in the night. So you see the sun all the time. And then myself, I won't be as hungry for the light as I am at this point in my regular daily life. To, this week, I have said to my 11-year-old daughter every day that when the sun sets at 5, I think it's around 5, I say to her, "Oh, it's still light outside." And then when it's 5 minutes later, the next day, I will say, "Oh, it's still light outside." And she will be like, "Yeah, you told me so yesterday." And the next day, I will be like, "Oh, it's still light outside." And we have a 2-year-old which goes to bed around 6 p.m., 6:30, and soon there will be light when she goes to bed. And I think that will be kind of confusing for her. I remember with our 8 and 11-year old, they were like in the summertime they would not go to bed because it's light outside. And in the winter it will be like it's dark outside. I can go to bed at 5 because it's dark. I'm tired. And the 2-year-old has been like that during the winter this year. That is it dark outside? It's dark outside. And now it's beginning to be a bit more light around the time we take her downstairs to get her in her pajamas and eat her evening snack. And I'm quite interested to see how she develops in the sense of reacting to the light. But anyways, that was light and day and night and everything. Yeah. Not game related, but me related. Yes. And again, I'm spending a lot of time doing those squares of green and putting down squares where there should be houses. And sometimes I wonder, why do I do this? Is it really necessary? Is it the way I'm most satisfied with playing this game? And then I think about the squares. Maybe I should do the squares, 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 squares again. But no, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this, and it feels right. It makes me happy to do it this way. And also the development of the districts, or not the districts, neighborhoods, where where we have the curvy roads with the small houses. It just brings me so much joy to make those. I don't know if it's the similarity to a palm tree. I don't know if anybody else sees the similarities in the patterns I'm making, but maybe you're as strange as I am, and you see that sometimes I'm able to make not palm trees, but growing branches of life in this beautiful city. Yeah. Anyways, I like it and it's fun. It gives me a pleasure looking at the large patches of green space between the houses. I really enjoy that. It's satisfying to watch. I think you could comment if you feel the same, or if you do not feel the same. Please comment below so I can get your opinion. It's fun to see how other people play their games and how I play my game, and see if we have the same preferences or the opposite preferences. Yeah, it's part of what makes gaming fun, I think, to see other people play and how they play, and also to see why why it brings me so much joy to spend so many hours in front of the computer with these games that I should probably be spending doing laundry or washing the house or preparing for something tomorrow, but I'm not. I'm spending time building roads, placing down houses, and making what I in my head feel are palm trees of life leading up to a happy home. Yeah, that's a fun way to say it, I think. Yeah, yeah. And as you can see, we reached a new level of the game. We unlocked a few new features like the fire department and the police department, and we also unlocked the farming possibilities, or not all the farming possibilities, but it's the livestock possibility. It's the eggs. I love eggs, but yeah, it's quite interesting to see. As I said before, probably put the factories and the industry right on top of the farming areas, and sure I did. I also put the big coal plant on top of the farming area, so I will have to do some adjustments to that to make eggs, as you might say. Yeah, that will be fun. My love for the industrial areas and the inability I have to see where is the farming areas going to be situated in the game. I know there is ways of seeing this, but I have not looked into them. So I mostly end up placing everything on top of where I can make things grow. Yeah, nice, very nice. And now we are making money. Don't know why. Probably because we are more people. I raised the taxes some. I raised the taxes most, I think, for the industrial. I don't know what it is with me and the industrial, but yeah, and we also have the possibility to add a service fee. Right now, the or by default, the service fee for electricity and water is at 100%. But I like to raise those because I make the power and I'm giving you the water, so you should pay me more or something like that. I think that one is actually influenced by the high power prices in Norway right now because, oh my god, it's like, why? Why are we paying so much for the power? Should we not be allowed to be warm in the winter? I know there's reasons to be paying higher prices for the electricity and the energy we are using, but it's kind of ridiculous. And I know it's the same all around the world right now. So, yeah, let's not jump into that. But I'm turning up the price of both water and power in my city. Nice. I'm a good person, I think. Maybe. I hope so. Yeah. I at least didn't turn up the taxes also. So that's good. And as we leveled up, I'm calling it leveling up. I don't know. We advance our city to a tiny town, or yeah, we receive more development points, and I'm kind of using it to be able to do some services on the road again. It's probably because I live in Norway and I'm kind of frustrated with the roads in Norway. So I think good roads are good because then you don't have to spend as much money on repairing cars. Yeah, so that's probably the reason. And, it makes the traffic flow better in my city if the roads are kept up good. Also, spending some money on acquiring more land because why not? The city isn't expanding as fast as I have said before. The my pace of playing is not large, so or not I'm not a fast expander. So it's not really necessary to expand the city, but I'm doing it anyway. And it's of course not very good to do that or necessary to do that when I don't have a plan for the city. But I guess the plan will come when I see the city evolving through time. Also, placing the road maintenance services right beside where the sewer is dumping, I feel like that's a nice place. I want to go to work. It smells like not good here, but I will work. I have a car. I can drive away from here and fix roads. That's nice. And I'll actually follow this car around. See, it's driving kind of bumpy, and yeah, it's almost hitting a few people, and it seems like it's not doing much else than just running around, having fun, looking at the beautiful places around town. And with that, I think we'll end this episode. Please, if you want to, like and maybe subscribe. Have a nice day, and I'll see you again in this beautiful town of Springville. Bye!